Hello world. Stuff is going wrong here. A lot of technical issues. Real life. I don't hear anything. So, Scarce Games, welcome. Thank you very much for the feedback. I don't hear anything. So yeah, I'm not sure where we are in the intro, but
I am not an atomic playboy.
Go. Hello everyone and welcome. Wow, this is weird. I don't hear any music. So I think stuff is working a little bit. Now I don't see the output music going on, which is weird. We will be fixing that. There's a lot of stuff that's not working, but I guess we have to fix it right now. I don't get why it's not working. Oh crap. Let's see if the normal music works. That's using a different channel. Let's see if we have some music. Yes, this is playing. How weird. So I didn't hear the intro music. So normally I hear the intro music, but it was silent. Sound effects didn't play. Although... yeah, this doesn't trigger. Hey, Rosie.
Yes.
Can you say hi?
Hi, everyone.
So that's working. So the weird thing is, some sound effects come through Rosie and some sound effects come through another tool. So there will be some sound effects that work. Although I don't know which are the ones that work and which are the ones that don't work. Anyway, I just got a brand new version of Wonderland. I just installed it. But I have an issue. The mirroring of the HoloLens is not working for some reason. That's the reason why I was a little bit late. I cannot show the HoloLens at this moment. Well, I figured out an alternative way which we can try. But the delay is like 2 seconds, 3 seconds if I do something before it shows up. Which is not as good as what we had last stream. Which sucks. But we can try again. But it's weird that those sound effects are not working. Can try one more thing. Soundbite should go to the default channel.
No.
Wait, that's working. Wait, that's weird. I don't get it. I don't get it. So, Hack the Planet is one of those samples. No, this is not triggering anyway as well. That's the one I need to have. I don't get why I can trigger them by hand. Let's switch to the desktop so I can show you what's going on. So this is the tool I use for the sound effects. I used to use, but as you can see, there's only one left, and we have some. Oh, these are blocked. This is music, but I blocked the music just in case something goes wrong. And but that's working.
Give me a break.
Standard development, welcome. I guess we don't have sound effects, which is weird. I don't get it. Why is this not working? So this says it doesn't have a... It could be something in the chat. So it's running through the MIDI. MIDI is not working. That's the issue. Nope. Let's forget it. It's not working. I don't get it. Let's go into... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Into the code. No, not Farming Valley. I'm completely derailed right now. COVIDmon. That's what we're working on. So we were doing the hand menus. We could place things. I think we should slowly start turning this into a game. We have to spawn a virus. By the way, this is how I can mirror the HoloLens right now. As you can see, that's the time it takes. So now I'm putting it down. So that's the delay. And it becomes really hot when this is running. Yes. So normally... I'm going to try one more time. No, it is untethered, by the way. Normally you don't need the cable. So I can see the PC. And now it's projecting. Okay. So I'm wait. Let's just... So now you should be able to see what I'm seeing. Let me switch back to my normal... There we go. So now you should be able to see what I'm seeing. So what we can do now... Let's go to... Oh, we need to make sure... Wonderland is running, but there was a new setting. I'm not sure where that is. I haven't checked it. This one. So now we are only now we can reload while we are in VR. If it's okay. If we've done it right. Now the problem is the quality is going down while casting. Casting takes a lot of performance away from on the HoloLens. This is the port we need. So let's see what we did last stream. I thought we had a black background. Oh yeah, now it's loading. As you can see, this is really slow. It's a white background, but... Oh, now I did it twice. Ah! Oh, here we go. Apparently, it's just... That's the amount of time it takes to switch to XR. And now we're back. And I just rebooted the device. So it was white? I thought it was black. Because black is transparent on the HoloLens and white is not. But I'm trying out some different settings, so I could have broken it. Yeah, I've set it to transparent background. I think it should be black. So we are partly... It's completely stuck. Look. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the HoloLens itself that's making it black. Or that it's something that is being... We need to figure it out together, Jonathan. It could be an issue with the HoloLens. And then I need to file a bug on the WebXR part. So what we're doing is highly experimental. I think my HoloLens installed a new version of Windows this afternoon. So we are on the absolute latest Insiders build. I'm on the fast ring. I'm not sure what you mean, Centers Development. Weird questions. The problem is, I cannot see that. The problem is, it is not. So if I put my hand behind that window, I don't think I cannot see it. I don't think it's behind on the stream, okay? Or is it? Oh, it is. It is working correct. It is hard to tell what's happening. Okay, reloaded. So let's switch to AR mode now. I press the button. Although, yeah, there we go. So there we are. Now for you, it's really black. I don't see the black part. So that's something weird. But last stream we built the hand menu, and when we touch it, we place a cube somewhere around us, a random cube. So that's our starting point today. This doesn't look anything like Pokemon or COVIDmon, what we're building. So that's something we need to change. I think we need to move that menu a little bit closer, a little bit more to the front. But it is working. And actually it should go away. It is still there, you cannot see it, but it is still on that side of my hand. So we need to disable it once it's there, but... And actually we need to figure out the shader that if I come close with my hand, it should highlight up. Oh yeah. I want. Oh, that's something. It's weird. There is a cube in the way now in my screen. So what we should be able to do is change things. Let's see, where's the menu? Let's go to the top. There are cubes everywhere. Cannot see my keyboard. We need to go to the bottom. Well, there we go. So... I don't get why this pivot is over there. This should be the 0, 0, and this should be the hand. Well, let's try something else instead of the menu. Let's move one of these out of the way. I'm going to repackage. Let's look at the thing. I'm repackaging. I don't see it. How fast should it be, Jonathan? Oh, the cube should disappear. We need to have a look at the debug. Customize toolbar? No, not customize toolbar. Let's go into more tools and into the developer tools. Do you need a separate library for AI stuff or is it simply not a build option? It is WebXR. So, when your device you're running WebXR on supports AR, the AR stuff, you get that out of the box. We do have some errors. Session ended. It is reloading. Requesting soft payload. Cannot read property parent element of null. So that could be the issue. And that's internally. It had the old... Huh? Oh, just reloaded? Because you didn't package before the first load of the site. Oh. Try again. Yeah. I know what you mean. So this is the real new stuff. I'm running the insiders version of Windows on the HoloLens now. It's the Canary version of Edge. So yeah, it's really what's new. And this version, let's check the version. I wonder where we are right now. I think this version, the Windows updated today. I'm not sure if it updated the Edge as well. Could be we have new features. We checked them last stream. I should make a tool for it. I think it's the same version as we had last time. Okay, but now it's over there. Now we should go into AR. So something Jonathan built is what we should be able to do is move this cone, repackage, and it should reload automatically while running. I don't think it's working. So I think, yes, same error. Do you need a screenshot for the error? Should I zoom in a little bit? Oh, my face is in between. Wait. It's hard to stay out of the way. Do you use a custom index HTML template? Yes. Is that a bad thing? Disable that. Why? I like that. I'm not sure what. Let me check what I did there. Oh. I don't think I did anything special in this case. Yet. No, I cannot. I didn't do anything there. Okay, so we disabled that. Custom is off. Oh. Let's repackage. Yeah, that's something. So you changed that? There's a new feature in the index HTML changed. So, for example, what I did with that Theremin I built yesterday. that's using Tone.js. So I needed to have the custom HTML there to get the Tone.js stuff in. So now it's floating over there. So let's set it down, repackage. And there we go. So now it reloads. Yes. Yes, there is a delay, but it works. It is really, really cool. And it's not just a little bit cool. I mean... This is absolutely a game changer. Now I do have a problem with the black that it shows. But I think that's a HoloLens thing. I think that or an Edge thing. It doesn't feel really stable right now. The HoloLens, the holograms are jumping around a little bit. But it's probably just the casting. Okay. That's so cool that it works. But we need a plan now for the game. So we're doing HoloLens development, but the problem is, let me... That's so much fun. The HoloLens can work untethered. It just does wireless. But I want it to charge throughout the stream. So that's why the cable is in. So we don't run out of anything. Yeah, I think it's a HoloLens thing. I'm going to contact some people at Microsoft to see if I could get it fixed. I think it's just... I think it did something weird. It could be deep in the engine, I don't know. But I need to provide some feedback on that. But my headphones are wireless. Bluetooth. But there is a slight delay in the sound. So if I use the microphone, there is a slight delay. So I hear myself back with a delay, which is so annoying. So I need to have the cables and everything attached. But we need to have a model. Oh, that's not what I meant. We can check. Oh, we get raw camera access. Since I clicked. No, there's nothing new in. I want this in HoloLens. But let's go to Sketchfab. Sketchfab. Because we need to have a virus. Is that just... Yes. And I want to have a downloadable version. Because we need to catch the viruses. Now we need to have one that looks a bit cartoony, like this one. Ooh. That's not free. Or we could do something like this. We should model it ourselves. Although I think the coronavirus looks with a little... What do you get for those $6? Is that something... Then it's just yours? You can do whatever you want? License standard. The problem is I don't know if I can... Oh, that's something else. If I use it as a... Use all of them. Now, I think with the mutations... I just wanted to use it as a base. I want to modify it. Whoa. Never mind. For example, take this one for example. I mean, it is green with red. And we can change it so we can just generate different colors. And maybe, actually, we should web ready once we have 6G, yeah. And on the HoloLens 4 with some very special GPU. It is less, but I think I should model it myself. But is there... Can we somehow figure out a way of generating it? Can we generate the geometry for a virus like this? Because we need to mutate it. If we can do that, we can just create... It's basically something like this. What we are building. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Algorithm. Scientists in the Netherlands reveal 3D structure. Try entering this in your maths, and then it works. Yeah, I think we should do something like that. Are we going to design it ourselves with 3D Studio, or are we going to do something simpler? What shall we do? I think we need to go. I think we we go all the way. Let's go all the way. Where's 3D Studio? Here. Let's go all the way. I think we can do that. Download 3D model. Okay, we need to give credits. Are we allowed to do anything we want with the model? Can we break it? Can we? Yes, adapt. Okay. So we are going to use 3D Studio to break it apart. Very low poly. I'm not sure which one I like more. I think I like this one more. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, we can make something like this. It's not that hard. We need to create one of these shapes. then we create a thing for it. Or maybe we can create 3 parts, so we can have different variations. It's weird. It has different things. There are no mathematical functions in or 3D functions in Wonderland, right? Am I right? So what you can do in 3D Studio, for example, if I recall correctly, say we do something like this. Something like this. And we say, I think it's this one. There we go. I mean, that's how hard it is to create one of those. Now, this is too high poly. But there is that little thing. And the great thing is, we can even do this. So now we can edit the way it looks. Would you be confident? No, I don't care. I am comfortable. But I think in tools like, I think it's even 3JS can do these kind of things from code. How hard would it be? 3D mesh. I don't think it's that hard. It's just the formula. How do you calculate a mesh like this? Yeah, I think if we spend 10 minutes, we can create this. Now, I want to separate these. I want to have a model for the top. I want to have a model for this. And maybe we should create a model for the virus itself. Although we can use a sphere. But I want to be able to create different materials for the different parts. And create different variations. Now we should give them properties. And if the properties are... with certain properties you need to use something different to get them. Now I think we should do something with the vaccines as well. Just make a little fun at a bad situation. So I think we should create something like this and then cut it into 2 pieces. Now this one is a bit too high res. And we have an interpolation here. But I think we can, well, that maybe 6 is a little too not enough. Let's do 8. So we can do it like this. And I think this is fine. So we can get a virus and use this thing. Now I think we should rename this to top. We clone it, copy, and we call this I don't know, stem. And now we need to modify both of them a little bit. Because I want to cut a few parts off from the stem. So now the stem is only this part. But now we can just go and scale this into different lengths and make the stems longer and shorter in the game by parameterizing it. I do, however, want to have the pivot not only centered, but it should be at the bottom as well. Well, whatever. And now we need to have the top. And we need to remove the other side of the line. There we go. But I do need to close this to the center. So or maybe we should leave this line. But move it to the center. Maybe something like this. So now when we have that stem, that's there, and it's closed. Okay, so now we need to go into the top. And we need to align the pivot. So first, let's start by centering it. And now if we do this, and we do pivot instead of vertices, now we can move the pivot and snap the pivot to the other one. So they both have the pivot on this point now, which is pretty cool. But now we can scale both of these parts separately. Well, maybe not entirely. I just realized that we need to make this one a little bit smaller. Oh, there's one over there as well. Can we remove this? Yes. There we go. So now we have two parts of the virus and we can just randomly or maybe evenly distribute them around the sphere based on a pivot. Let's save this as virus parts. Let's export We're going to do GLB. There's not much in here. No textures, no material. We do that later. Where's selected only? Oh, yeah, selected only. It doesn't matter, but I want to separate them. Model path is going to be CDev. This was called COVIDmon. I don't have an art folder yet. And this was virus top. Export. And then this would be virus stem. What? Oh, who? Where did the spaces come from? Okay. So now we have both of those in here. Let's add a new folder. We're going to move them to... Wait, let's add a new folder. Let's call this assets. Oh, they should not be in the art. Art is for the artwork and not for the assets. Ah. So we need to add them both to the scene. We get two default lights. We don't need those. So we have a stem. Oh, we didn't check the scale. It could be completely weird scale-wise. And it doesn't have a material. I haven't checked the scale. We can scale it down while we import it, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, this sphere is pretty big. So let's go into resources, meshes, so we can set the scaling of that mesh. Let's do 0.25. Let's make it a bit... Oh, wait, smaller. Now, since that pivot is there, it's still a bit big. If we have a sphere with all these things around, it will be too big. Let's do this. Yeah, I think we can do that. Okay, let's create some code for a virus. Component, new JavaScript file, rename, and let's call this virus.js. Cool. New component. Virus. We need to give this the two meshes. Oh wait, we can do mesh, right? So this is the top mesh. We have a stem mesh, and let's make it easy and do a sphere mesh. Let's do a top material. Intelligence setup is missing. Oh, yeah. Oh. Do we have... I need to add a couple of these. I don't have measure material, so let's go and add those to the snippets. I still need to share them. But can you update gist files? And material. I don't think we need a default here. And let's call this material. Adds a component parameter of type material and one for mesh. So now I can just do WL material. Oh, and this is a top material. And we can do a stem. No, let's do WL material. This is a stem material. And then we have another WL material. And this is the sphere material. Or we can also just do the materials random. Can we do that? Now we need to be able to create them from the outside. You need a base material that you clone at least. Yeah, you're right. That's the easiest way. So this is basically the base. And these materials we clone, and then we can change the color. But we need to specify the color as well. Because when we are... Maybe we need to spawn 2 or 3. Let's make it random at first. As if it's random, we know at least that it's working. So how are we going to do this? Are we going to create an object with a lot of child objects? I think that's the easiest way. Let's do this. What's the easiest way? Maybe as children. So we create objects and parent it to this. Then we can add other stuff to the virus itself. So let's do a WL scene. Add objects. Yes, we're going to add the sphere first. So add sphere. I haven't used add objects before. Count parent component hint count. Batch allocated required memory. Okay, cool. So we add one object. So this is the base sphere. Do we need to access this again? Well, from updates, do we need to access? I don't think so. Let's sphere equals this. And then in here, we need to have the count, the parent, and a component count hint. I'm not sure what that means. But let's start with doing 16. But we have all parts are based on 2 things. So we need to have 2 times 16. So there's 32 new objects, which we parent to sphere. That'd be fun. Hint of how many components in total will be added to the created objects afterwards. I think 1. The mesh. So we can do this. Let objects. So now we can do a 4. Let's do I is, but we're not going to do 32. We do 16. And we skip 1 every time. So we have a const new stem is objects I, and we have new top equals object I plus 1. Now this is a sphere. We're going to change this sphere, so we need to first set a let random diameter. How do you write it? Is math object underscore s underscore I. What? Oh. I was like, wow, is that some fancy way? Thanks. I didn't understand. I was like, what? We need to have a command. Or a sound effect. Well, sound effects are not working. We need to have a sound effect for that. You made a mistake. Yeah, bug. Oh, yes. Yes. If you do bug, you can do bug, but you can also do bug 20. And then Rosie would tell, hey, source code, there's a bug on line 20. I think we can do that. Then we can do something with Rosie again. Let me try something. Can I do this still? Is it still here? So now, there we go. I created a mark in the stream, so now I can figure out what's going on. future me, if you're watching this tomorrow, check a little before the mark to figure out what to do with Rosie. Okay, so do math random. So this is a random value between 0 and 1. This sphere is 0.75, which is big enough. A meter will be pretty big. I think we're going smaller. I think we're going to divide this by 2. So now we have a random diameter, no, divided by 4. 4? Yeah. So this is a value between 0 and 0.25. And then we add 0.25. So now it's always between a diameter of 25 centimeters and 50 centimeters. So now we have the sphere. And we need to set the scale of the sphere to random diameter, but then 3 times. And let's set the yeah, sphere. We need to do an add component, and we're going to add a mesh. So this is the let sphere mesh. The sphere mesh component. And on this, we need to set the mesh to this sphere. Sphere. This sphere. And we set sphere mesh dot material to this sphere material base. And then later we can change the color of these. But now we're just going to give it 3 materials and give this or 1 material. I just want to have it rendered, basically. That's mostly it. But it should be enough to create the mesh. Now we do the same thing for these. So we have a new stem. I'm not going to scale this yet, but I do need to set the translation local, and I need to move this because the pivot is not at the center of the sphere, but on the outside. I need to set the local, but actually I think we need to do it differently. If we rotate it first and then we translate on the local axis, we can move it. So if we rotate it and then translate it, it is at a random point. So we can just do a random rotation and then move it into the y-axis, and then it always moves to the right position. So we do new stem, rotate x degree. Now what x do we need to rotate this on? Yeah. First X and then Y. That's a good idea. So we do first X. And then we do math. Random. Multiplied by 360. Oh, you know what? We need to have a property for this. We need to have 2, but we need to reuse them for the top as well. So let's do random x and then we clone this and we do random Y. Is it X and Y or X and Z? Or both? Because the Y does... Oh, it depends. Crap, I forgot. I made a mistake. I made a... I'm not sure what the English is, but a thinking mistake, literally. So, this is the top view. I drew it lying down. Which means... we have X. X is basically the angle in which it doesn't matter to rotate. So if you look at the top here. So in this case, X is this direction. I'm looking from the top now. So X is this. And in this case, Z is that direction. So we need to rotate it in this direction and in this direction. And then move it. Yeah, so we do a Y and a Z. We do a... Wait, I deleted the corrector. There we go. A Y. So rotate on these two and then move on the other. 0, 1. See? Then we need to add a component, a mesh. Oh, we need to translate it as well. New stem, translate, and we go 0. Oh no, we need to have the X. We need to have the X. So that's random diameter, and then 0, 0. Is this always doing local? Translate by a vector parent space. No, do we have a translate local? Translate object space. Yes. So we translate an object space on the X. So now it is rotated, and when we translate, it goes in that direction. Then we need to add a mesh. So we do let new stem mesh. Is that? And then we have a new stem mesh, and we set the mesh to this. Stem mesh, I think it's called. Stem mesh. No, stem is just a mesh. There we go. A new stem mesh dot material is this stem. Made a mistake here. Material base. So that's basically the stem. And we need to do the same thing for the top. So we can just multi-select these lines. Boom. And then we go in here. We go in... Oh, wait, let's do this. Yeah, new top mesh. New top mesh. New top mesh. Top. And we do top material base. I think this might work. I'm not sure. It could be completely possible that this works. Let's delete these. We no longer need this. Although I think we need to have a sphere mesh. Oh, there's the light. This is the empty. And what's this mesh? Oh, it's probably for the menu. No. Oh, that's that cube we're placing when we touch the button. Yeah. let's add another empty object. So this is going to be the virus, the test virus. So we're going to add the virus here. Now we need to set all this up. So we have the top. Wait, is the picker gone? Luckily I named everything. Meshes don't have pickers. Oh. Oh, you're right. You can drag them from the resource view. Yeah, I'm confusing them with objects. It's kind of like an object and a class. Where a class is like an instance of an object is an instance of a class. Now we have a model and an object is kind of... Oh, no, an object can contain a mesh. Well, it's not entirely sure the same. But we can just say sphere here. And we don't need these in here anymore. Which is even better. The material, we just do a pink top, a yellow, and a... No, let's do the yellow sphere. And a white material stem base. White. Okay. So now this should create a virus. Let's move it over here a little bit. Now this should work in the browser as well. I'm not seeing anything. But this way we can debug it a little bit better. Oh. There is a yellow sphere here. But it doesn't have any... stems. That's the head menu, but... did I miss something? You can... Oh yeah, that's the alt message. The translation is relative to scaling. Okay. So, which means that if we scale the sphere, this is relative to that scaling, so we can just do 1. Which means it's the outside of the scale of the sphere. Where's my window? Oh, there is stuff on the sphere. They're rotated wrong. Almost. It's a weird virus. It's mutating already. What the heck? It's a translation. Yeah, they're all stuck on the side. There's no translate local. We have translate, object and world. Oh, it's just translate. I'm not sure. They are rotated, but they're on the same spot. So now it rotates, but it doesn't translate in the right direction. It's weird, because it was... Translate first, then rotate. No, but then they... Yeah, we can do that. But they won't... I don't think they rotate in the right way then. No, it's the same what we had before. But it could mean... We're just using a wrong X to rotate, right? Mm-hmm. But this is then math. Is it sine? Random X? No, we don't have a random. We have a random Y. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This should work. They kind of are translating in sphere space. This was looking the best. But maybe I just moved them on the wrong axis. I think we're thinking the same thing. Yinchi, welcome. Oh wait, I see the bottoms now. So it's -1? Oh, there we go. They're not enough. And I think they're floating. Oh, this is not a sphere. It's not a sphere. It's just a almost sphere. So we need to translate these, just not one. There we go. Now we have a COVID virus. 32 is not enough. Let's make this a parameter. Number of what's the official name for these things? Spikes? I think, yeah, we just call them spikes. Type WL dot type dot int default. No, I don't have a snippet for int. No, we're not doing A-frame. Object bool, material, float, enum. Int. One day we have just we have all of it. This is type int default $2 int. There we go. So now what we can do, let's go back here and say WL int, and we do spikes, and we do 64 And that's it. And if we have 64 spikes, we need to add the double of that objects. So it's this spikes. Okay. How many spikes can we handle? I think we need to add an algorithm. Oh, we don't have... But it should be separate. Yes, I need to have an even distribution mechanic. I forgot the name of the algorithm. Even distribution algorithm. Page. I'm not sure if this is what I need. Ceiling float, page number. Even but jittered. Yes. Yeah, a little bit. It has to be a little bit even. Even distribution algorithm of meshes. Damn it! What's the name of that? Because if I think, no, yeah, but we don't have to have it completely even. So if we do an even distribution on one x and on the other x, but we rotate instead of distribute, we get an even distribution of rotations. So basically what we have is a grid of 360 by 360. And if we create an even distribution of that, we're done. We just map that to, instead of doing a distribution of points on a map, we'll just do a distribution of points on a sphere, but just by doing the rotations. So we use the x and y coordinates to do the rotation and not to do the actual thing. What's it called? Oh, we could do this as well. If we create a Voronoi diagram of 360 by 360, and we place a then we have an even distribution that is kind of random. There must be an easier way. Stupid automat. Apparently, three-way is blocked on Twitch. You can't talk about a three-way. Yeah, but then it would be totally even. How hard is is a Voronoi diagram really hard to do? How to JavaScript. Can't be that hard. There we go. See how fast that was? Oh, wait. It's not the diagram. We need to have it the other way around. So this diagram is the other way around. Crap. Let's come up with an algorithm. So say we have 64. We have to have 64 things on a sphere. Yeah, we need to have the rotation. So we can't forget the difficulty on a sphere and pi. We don't need to calculate random points in 3D. That's the thing. If we just do 2D, we're fine. But we can use the X and Y coordinates as rotation. So I basically want something like this. It's about even. Ooh. No. I don't have too many. So what I do? I don't think I have that problem. I'm not using the X and Y to as a point. I don't wrap a map around the sphere. So if I do the rotations, or do I get more on the sphere that? Let me. No, this is way too complex for what I want. So if we don't do this random, let's try that first. If we don't do this random and see what happens. So we basically have so what if we do 360 times 360 is too much. 8 by 8 is 64. Yeah, if we do 8 by 8. So this is I divided by 2. Divided by 8. Which is basically divided by 16. And this is I divided by 16 plus I. But since we increase with steps of 2, this is going to work. But this is a value of 1 to 16. So what's 360 divided by 16? 22.5. So if we multiply this by 22.5, well, it doesn't matter. We should be fine. How does this look? There we go. Even distribution on the sphere. Easy mode. Except on the poles here. Ooh, it's even cooler. It's a. I think it's better than even. Look at that. It's a spiral. I made a mistake, but it's a spiral. It's not even on the poles, but it is even cooler. Good enough. Check it on the HoloLens. Yes. Check it on the HoloLens. I don't know where I put it. I probably need to repackage and oh, Wonderland was decided to move out. Is this still in here? Let's make sure restart. Oh. We need to move it a little bit. Which is kind of weird that it's at 0, 0. But why is it 0, 0? It's not moving. It spans the child. So? We need to reset the child. It moved. A little bit. Oh, it's... Yeah, I know what you mean. It is not reparented. Oh. Wonderland decided to bail again. This should be 128. But now I need to restart it by hand. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Okay, the virus is all the way over there now, so I need to move it somewhere else. Let's go to the top view again. So player is over there. And the virus is over there. So if we place the virus over there. Now it's over there. It's a bit big. And it's way too low. It's in the ground. So it needs to move up. Oh, need to repackage, yeah. It's a bit big. A reconnect. So even if the app is not running, you can reset. Oh, now it's smaller. It's random. It looks really, really cool. I think the sphere is way too big for the points still. So what if we do 8? Oh. Since the points are childs of the sphere, they are scaled down. So maybe we should not add them to the sphere, but just add them to the object. You can scale them up. Yeah, but they don't need to be a child of this, I think. I don't really see the point of having them be a child. Whoa! Oh yeah, I didn't do the scale because now I need to have the random diameter. Minus random diameter. we get a lot of incredibly cool variations. It's almost like a flower. It is really, really cool. But we need to scale this down as well. I think we can just do this for now to test it first. So we do new stem. Oh, you know what? Let's do the scaling last. And let's do a value now. So now only the stems should scale down, which is fine. And we need to scale these down as well. New top. There we go. It looks really cool. Now we need to give it a virus type color. I think it's so cool. I need to remember to switch from desktop to HoloLens. Back and forth. How fast can I do that? Basically, I almost need to automate it. When I do this, or do this, I need to switch. Oh, whoa. Where did you come from?
It's peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Now where you at? Where you at?
Squares Games, welcome to our group.
Squares Games, thank you so much for the subscription. So I cannot read chat anymore. There's a big blue cube in the way. Let me put down the HoloLens for a second. That's 9 months already. Wow. Thank you so much. Let me turn on the music again. I could do it like this. Thank you so much. Now we need to remember how to do the color. We don't have IntelliSense. This is too bad. We didn't get... So in an ideal world, VS Code needs to know that this, the type of this, is actually this type. What we can try doing... I'm not sure if this works. No, 2 stars, and then we do add type. Is wl.material. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't know what a material is. Can we just do diffuse? And then do something like... Oh, that's probably why it's not working. Does it work like this? Probably. Oh, this lost the connection as well because it's not... I did it wrong, but I did it before. Was it in this game? Did we do it in Farming Valley? Yes, I did it with the whole sun. No, this... Yes, I'm changing the color of the sun, or of the light. Well, it's almost the same. Light color set. Oh, different. Sky. Material color. I think it's material color. I think we can do that. I think it's material color, not diffuse. No? Let's figure this out together. Let's what we can do is go in here. There are some objects in here. Let's make this a bit bigger. That's the hand tracking stuff. Random object, interactable. Virus. What we can do is just set a breakpoint here. It's diffuse color. Like in the editor, send mems. Oh, we cannot do this in debug. Ooh, that's stuff. But so it's the same as it is not there. Can we see that in the resources view? We can't, right? No. So one thing that might be a nice feature to have is some way to get to the material. Because I've set this to these materials, but I cannot access the materials from here. What I normally do is just add an object, add a mesh, add the material, then I can add it, and then I edit it, and then I need to remove the mesh again. It depends on the shader. Okay. But it is diffuse color. We're still stuck there. Now it is red. Well, is it red? It's a weird red. That's probably because white has a... Let's close this one. White has a... Oh, great, Jonathan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff that I mention is planned. So the problem with streaming is that you forget everything. So you need to keep a lot of stuff going. And we had a what's it called? A fire exercise today. So we need to check how fire works. So we did some fire extinguishing. No, it's not like a fire drill where you have to because I'm working from home. It's more like when there's a fire, you have to use an extinguisher to put the fire out. And that's what we had a training for. And since that's something we're going to build virtually, we needed to have a look at how fire works. So how fire works, which is pretty cool, and how the extinguishers work. Pretty cool. So, but I'm really tired. I cannot think straight. So I'm just going to do the annoying thing. Add an object, mesh, and just add the material so I can see what it's called. Ambient color. So as you can see, this has an ambient color. But I think we're just going to create a base material. We only need one base material. We can clone the base material. That's the easiest one. Let's go to one base material. Let's call this material base. And then in here, we can say clone. I believe. So now we get a clone of the base material. And we don't have to set the ambient material because I'm going to create a brand new material. So let's create a new material, or yet we don't need blue. Oh, we have blue for the menu. We need to have a material. So this is the virus base material. Boom. I don't think we need to have any textures at this point. But now we can go here, have the virus base material. This color is what we're going to change. And I'm going to make this black. We don't need fog. Winship, thank you for hanging out. And I will see you again on Discord. By the way, so I have my own Discord, but I'm more active on the WebXR Discord. And I think if I know how to type WebXR, okay, wait a second. I could not do sound effects from there. I think for some reason Rosie's not listening to chat. Did that break? Let me quickly have a look at... So this is Rosie. Do we get errors? That's the scene switching. Ooh, we have a lot of bad requests. That's the Lewis. That's fine. Microphone. No. Weird. Weird. Ooh, there's a breakpoint. So this is Rosie.
Yes.
I know, nothing. Thank you. But this should... Oh wait, it's back again now. I think Rosie had some issues when we were starting the stream. Is the rest working now?
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
It's working now. Well, that's the Discord we're talking about. And it's all WebXR. So now we can set an emissive color here, or the amount, so we can change the color but leave the amount, or do things there, which is fine. This is the material we're going to use for the virus. So we have this virus-based material. Okay, so now we can remove this mesh again. Let's go back to the code. So it's this material based clone, this material based clone, and this material based clone. So now we have 3 different materials that are just cloned. Now this is completely not optimized, so let's do something else. Let's do a const stem material and a const top material, because this can be the same material every time. Otherwise we will be generating 256 different materials. For now, let's just try and colorizing the virus a little bit. So the top is going to be red with a little bit of these, and this is going to be gray, but a little redder than the rest, so it's kind of in between. Let me check how this looks. See, this is starting to look like a coronavirus. Now it's exiting the... Now I'm not sure what's going to happen. There seems to be an issue if I go to VR or XR. It just crashes the... Odd. Oh crap, did I save? Yes. Oh, it's a delta time, but it crashes the server as well. Oh, it's over there now. It looks really cool. I'm not sure why it starts over there. I didn't move it. Now it's back over there. I want to get a sense of scale. So I'm going to stand up and walk to that. So it is this big. Yeah, so I need to figure out a way, or we need to figure out a way of kind of improving that a little bit. I still think the virus is a bit big. Maybe there are too many spikes. Or the tops are too high, or... How random is it? Do we see the randomness? Yeah, it changes a bit in size. But the stem and the top are both the same scale. We do scale them. We can say like math.random times or divided by 4 plus 0.25. So now it only scales down. So this is the const stem length. Let's make this a const as well. Or actually, they can all be const. I need to remember to do const instead of. In the end, you didn't expect the casting to work without the cable. Oh, no, the cable is just for power. So the HoloLens works completely untethered. The casting goes over Wi-Fi, which is pretty weird, but then directly to my laptop. So I have the Wi-Fi enabled, and there's a cable for the stream. So the stream goes on the cable, but the HoloLens is connected directly over the Wi-Fi or something. I'm not sure. I need to enable the Wi-Fi to get it to work. And I needed to turn off the firewall for the local network as well. Whoa. Oh. That scared me. Well, just slightly tilted and it slid off the base of my laptop a little bit. I thought it was... Okay, so we have the stem length. And we do the top diameter as well. Same way. So the stem length is this scale. But also this scale. Because we need to move that further away. So we need to keep that the same. Oh, no. That's not true. We had it turned down flat. Oh, crap. It's probably the last one then. Since we translated there in that direction. And this is stem length as well. So this is 0.5. And we need to change the top diameter as well. So now it's even more random. And I think we're going to lower the amount of virus spikes by half. Oh. We need to distribute them differently. So we divide it by something down here. 22.5. So this was 360 divided by 16. And the 16 was based on... divided by 8 times 2. So with 1 to 8, we had 16. So now we do half of that. And then this is 45. I don't know. It's a weird thing now. Well, let's leave it. We're going to leave it at the default to 128. I don't want to spend the entire stream. But we have it. Oh, this just a little bit off. Oh, that's probably because we scaled it down. We need to move this slightly closer based on the scale. Or just move it a little bit closer. Cool. How are we going to do coloring? Because we can do... Are we going to do certain palettes? Are there color functions in Wonderland? Didn't we do something... No, I did it by hand here. What would be the easiest way of changing colors? Are we going to capture it first? Do we have a to-do list already? I mean, we need to have a to-do list. I don't think we have a to-do list. We don't. We're not using this one anymore. And let's add a new file. To-do. Also, this is not even on GitHub. So let's publish it to a public repository. No, cancel. We need to have a git ignore as well. New file, git ignore, because we don't need cache and deploy. I do want to have art assets, JS. This is fine for now. So now we do publish to GitHub, public repository. There we go. Almost. So if someone wants to have a play with this, there it is now. It's publicly available. Just as a little backup, I really like to publish everything to GitHub. Oh, and we need to add credits. This game is made possible by the subscribers on Twitch. No, not only by the subscribers, by all viewers on our Twitch. And this is going to be https Twitch TV/source code. But especially our subscribers Squares games. Oh, it's been like so games. Let me check, because we had that Nerdy Hamster as well last stream. You know what? We can do this as well. If someone wants to have a different link, let me know. Split that to right now. Preview. I think I screwed this up. I think it needs to be this. Oh, there we go. So now we check. We have normal links. How do you do the There we go. Now we have credits. Edit credits. Commit. Just because I want to play this sound. One day I'll get banned from Twitch for that sample, but until now they didn't even flag me for it. Okay, we're making progress. We have an empty to do. So we have some they always have must have. I just use the Moscow method for this. Must have, should have, could have, and would like. There's no to do installed, so now what we can do, we can add things. So we must spawn random viruses. We need to attack. But we want to capture. So are we going to only fight the viruses? We should have vaccines, right? Although I have some ideas for vaccines. So for example, we have a Pfizer and we have what are the other vaccines? We have AstraZeneca, but that's the normal name, so we can do Well, we think of some names. The name should look like a little bit like the real names. And what else can we use to attack viruses with? I don't even know the masks. What we could do, if you're getting closer than 1.5 meters to the virus, you're taking damage. What else can we do? So basically, we have T cells. So this is how we can attack the viruses. They're called T cells, right? And what does a T cell look like? I have no idea. They look gross. We need to have something we can throw at them. So we have T cells, and if we capture a virus, we learn about that virus, and next time we'll be more effective against that virus. And then we can use upgrades like different vaccines to be more resistant, and we can defend with a mask or something like that. So we're going to attack the virus with our T cells. So we need to throw T cells at the virus. I think that's we can do that. Is that a T cell? This rendering B cells and T cells explained. So I think these cells are... If I... What the heck is this all? Read more. Every day. No images. I think the T cells go into the receptors of the virus. So maybe we can have it remove the receptors. Is it called receptor? Yeah, I think they attach to the little things on top of the virus. But I think we need to throw a ball at the virus. B cells versus T cells. Yeah, so a T cell has little things on top of it. So it's basically the same thing. Size compared to coronavirus. Are they bigger? Are they smaller? Are they... Well, we'll figure this out later. I'm not a virologist. We're just going to throw a ball at the virus for now. That's our T cell. Or maybe someone made one. It's gross. Ew. So a nice looking coronavirus comes into the body and makes you sick. And then the body says, huh, you look too nice. And then the body goes after it with T cells. Like this blob of stuff. So a T cell has things on top of it as well. Okay. Interesting. We're going to throw a ball at them. And then we learn, if we hit it, we learn about the virus. Balls we throw at the virus. So a virus appears and we need to attack it with a T cell. And we can use upgrades. Use upgrades like vaccines, for example, Pfizer or Moderna, and Astro Astro These are our vaccines. Pfizer, Moderna, and Zestro. Sounds like vaccines. Zestro Panic. Pfizer, Moderna, or Classico. So this has a 99% chance, or that one is 75% effective, and this one is 50% effective. You have to be careful that the virus doesn't attack you. So a mask blocks attack of a virus. You could double mask to increase block. And social distancing, the more distance, the lower the damage you take. So if you're more than 1.5 meters away, less damage. Something like that. So we spawn a random virus, but we can add something like this, so it only mutates a little bit. So we need to give this a genome. Mutates a little. Or something like that. Because otherwise we cannot be attacked by the same virus. Or we just need to... We can give it different... Do we have different T cells? Is one T cell better to attack the virus than others? Or are we just going to be more effective against the viruses we have seen before? Maybe we can have them like have a fixed number of genes. Does it have a genes? Does a virus have genes? I don't know. Fixed number of mutation points. And yeah, that determines the amount of damage resistance to medicine or health. Yeah, and then we can have like we can give them names. So we can have like the names like English variant names like English, and what else do we have? South African and Brazilian. So we can... Is it one? Yeah, I don't know how to write. So we can just create different variations. How do you know which one to have? I don't know. How do you know? Maybe you can recognize them by color of the receptors. Different or we can show it maybe. How does Pokemon do that? How do you know how to fight? Do you need to guess? How do you know? So if you see a Pokemon, how do you know I haven't played this game for ages. So does it always show what type of Pokemon it is? Pokemon Global Link. Pokemon Black, I don't know. Was Black one? Yeah, Black and White, I think. I think I played Black. My old, the old Game Boy from my children is lying here, but I was hoping Pokemon would be in there. How does this? What does this look like? Yeah, it's like this. Let me mute it very quickly. I'm not sure if there's music in. No. Pokemon Black version. There we go. So, how do you know what type of Pokemon this is? You have to capture it first, and then you learn about what type this is. So we can create different variations of different types. Well, first, let's just build things. We have some ideas. Let's build things. We need to spawn them randomly. Do they need to move? Do they need to change? We can rotate them maybe slowly over time to make them and hover a little bit. And we can make that different as well. So we can do a hover. No, let's do float. Hover speed. I don't know. Hover speed is 1. No. I want to do this different. Do I? Ah! Are we going to add the hover to the virus? Is it built in? Or are we going to add... No. Let's keep it separate. Let's go into the components. Let's add a new script. Let's do edit. Oh, crap. I need to rename it. First, rename. So this is hover.js. And we name this hover. That one is deleted. So this is hover speed. I think I have an idea. I think in Manifest we have a float. And that's pretty much what we need. Although, well, let's just copy everything. And now we call it hover. Hover. Same thing. We might need to tweak the values. So now we can just add a hover here. Let's have a look at... Did I close everything? I did close everything. I don't see the virus. Object, if it doesn't have a Y set, it takes the original location, it stores the original Y so it can float around the original Y. But it does work, right? Okay, so it's the hover. Just making sure. What's wrong? We don't get an error. Oh, we do get errors now. Why? Oh, we did a soft reload, so we get some more errors again. It's not floating somewhere else. So let's open a file and let's do COVID bundle. Let's go to hover. Oh. Hover functions on hover. Oh, I was afraid this was called hover. Luckily, it's not called hover. Isn't the script in here? Let's go up. There we go. No, there is no light, Rosie. You're wrong. Light is gone. Let's add a breakpoint right here. We don't even get in the update. Wait, what? That's weird. We get there once. Maybe it's the wrong file. Okay, now we are in this breakpoint. Y is 1. Is that correct? I think it is. The virus is at 1, so that works. Count is not a number. If not this count, return. Now there is a tiny, incredibly tiny small chance that math random returns 0. In that case, we will never get past its first line because 0 times something is still 0. But I'm taking my chances that this is they're going to be fine. Yeah, this sucks in the update. I'm not sure it floats. Counts undefined. We never get in the start. We never get to start. Why not? Now it floats. It floats a bit slow. But that's something we can change very easily. And we can increase the depth of the float. Okay, I want to see this in XR. There we go. It needs to speed up a little bit. I think it'll be fine in a second. Let's make sure this is refreshed now. Oh, yeah. It's an ongoing issue. Keep in mind, we are still, I'm still on a release candidate version. Wonderland is not the version 1 yet. So if you want to have a look at Wonderland, the engine we're using, you can go there. We have a hovering virus now. Let's go to AR. I'm not sure if I pressed the button correctly. That's not right. Can we go? I probably did press the button, but it didn't respond. So one thing I have found is that sometimes when we are casting, we slowly speed down and things take more time. There we go. And my audio stopped working again. This also, but I'm also on the insider's version of the HoloLens. So I must say, this looks really, really cool. I want to have it rotated slightly as well. I think if I rotate it, it would give it way more depth. Although this makes it pretty cool as well. Let's add a thing like this, but we call that rotate. So new file. No, not new file. Or can we do with new file? Does it work if we do new file? And we say rotation.js. And we take hover, we copy this. And we do speed X. Oh, wrong line. This is rotation. Speed X, Y, Z. Don't need this. Or do we? Do we need to have a count? You probably need to have this current X is 0, Y. Or you know what? We can do this as well. I don't think we need to keep track of the original one. So if we do this, dot object, rotate angle degree, and we say 0 or 1 0 0, and we do this current, or actually no, let's do it like this. Is this plus that. But I want to do a modulus 360. So if this gets bigger than 360, we wrap it around. So this never gets bigger than 360. So now it just, if we add rotation, it should rotate around the x-axis. Add rotation. Doesn't rotate. Again, that's not the best script name. But do we get... Oh, yeah. Count gets never set. Woo, there it goes. Why? Do we need to have this one? Oh, there we go. It rotates. And we don't need to have the modulate. It doesn't change. It's increasingly rotating. So it's basically just calculating the delta time with the speed and then rotating it. So 2 is very slow. So let's do 10. Now let's try and do different ones. So if we do it like so, and we add 1 and 2, and we do 0 1 0 1, and this is 1 and this is 2. There we go. So now it rotates on all axes. And now we can change this. So if we do the Z speed on 25. Although I'm not sure if that really matters. We do 100. Oh. X, Y, Z. There we go.
Yes.
You were absolutely right, Rosie. I told you she's getting more intelligent. I mean, even Rosie is just watching and getting enthusiastic. It is... I still don't completely get why we have it in a spiral pattern, but I think it looks really cool now. Now, to throw balls, we kind of need to have physics. Rotating and hovering virus. Let me check one tiny thing here. Why? Because I forgot to do something. Da-da-da-da. There we go. So let's commit this. And let's push it.
Push it real good.
Is there anything else we need to do? I don't think so for today. I kind of think we're going to leave it at this for today. We made a lot of progress. But I think next thing we do, let's check it. Let's check the rotation in VR and then, or in XR. So now, since I exited, it kept running. Oh no, it didn't crash. It did crash in the refresh. Sucks. But if that's it. I don't think it did a correct reload. There we go. Let's go into AR. So that's a little virus now. And we can go into the menu and we can attack it with cubes. I'm not sure if that helps, but of course it is animating. Yes, we just built it. I added 2 scripts to rotate it and to hover it.
Hi, Georgia Crennan. Welcome to the Cutter Sphere.
George Crennan, thank you so much for the follow and for giving me a heart attack. Thank you so much. So weird and interesting. Yes, it's too. We're making a Pokemon type game clone thing, in the Wonderland engine, and we need to. I think next stream, which will be on Monday. Let me just add this. Nice there. Let's do it. Ooh. AR and VR dev is more interesting to watch. You mean... I'm not sure what you mean more interesting to watch, but... Yes. Oh, you think this is more interesting to watch? So yeah, next stream, we're going to capture this thing. We need to go into physics. Because we need to throw a ball. Or a T-cell, basically, to the virus. And to capture it. And to kill it. So that's what we're going to do next stream. And the next stream will be on Monday. Let me check. Yeah, for at least the next 2 weeks we'll be working on this game. 3 weeks. For the next 3 weeks we will be working on this game. So next week we're going to start working on capturing it. So yeah, there was more I needed to do. Oh yeah, before I forget, next stream is Monday, but this weekend daylight saving time starts in the Netherlands and probably some countries around the Netherlands as well. So I'm starting normally at 8 p.m. UTC. But that might change an hour. I'm not sure which direction or what changed, and so you need to keep an eye out. If you haven't followed it, my channel, please hit the follow button or check out my social networks, and Rosie can help with that. Hey Rosie.
Yes.
Can you share a link to our socials in chat? I screwed it up, did I? Hey Rosie.
Yes.
Can you share a link to our socials in chat?
I shared a link to our social media in chat.
Thank you. So follow me anywhere on those channels, and you will know exactly when I go live. And with that, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Join the other Discord as well. That's one I need to add. So this is my own personal Discord, but this one is pretty popular as well. With that, I'm going to end the stream. I will see you again on the next one. Have a great rest of the day. Bye bye, and thank everybody for hanging out. Bye bye.